Religious festivals are an important part of every world's religion. Some 7 billion of the world's population believe in some form of religion. Buddhism, a religion that began in India, has about 500 million followers all over the world, and some of these are now in Uganda. Buddhism is now the world's fourth largest religion in the world. The Uganda Buddhist Center, UBC, has been steering its growth, and as the Buddhist belief says, always put in the right effort, they surely have done just that. Legend has it that for centuries in a remote village and hidden valley of the Himalayan mountain range, a sacred gathering takes place at the exact time and same place during the full moon. This is known as Vesak, a tradition that has now spread to Uganda. In the month of May, the Uganda Buddhist Center observes Vesak, the most important festival in Buddhism, when the messenger from the east returns each year to bless the world. Vesak is observed during the full moon of the lunar month. It usually marches up and gathers a lot of celebrants. During Vesak, Buddhists remember the Buddha's birth, which happened around 500 or 600 BCE, and his enlightenment and the Buddha's death. Vesak, like most of the Buddhist holiday, is highly influenced by culture. Very few things hold true for all Buddhists everywhere, which means there are lots of ways to enjoy it. For Vesak, the Uganda Buddhist Center celebrated in a very special way. During the Vesak celebration, which happened at the Uganda Buddhist Center, many pleasantries were exchanged. Certain ritualistic movements take place in which the monk and the celebrants take up positions at the temple. This is all done to the sound of chanted words. The expectation from the crowd becomes intense and the interest is real. The festival is on now. Offering of flowers, money and incense, and the reading and learning about the Buddha's life takes place. Watching and participating in parades, listening to the Buddhist teaching by the monks and the lamas.
So just like the Christian, they have Christmas, Buddhists have a day called Vesak Day. It is celebrated internationally, and United Nations has given a particular day for it. So Uganda, we have not yet officiated this day, make it an official public day, but maybe in my lifetime we'll make Vesak Day a public holiday.
I'd like to officially invite our chief guest, the King of Busoga, Chabazinga, for coming to grace this ceremony.
I am glad to join Buddhists in Uganda and around the world in their celebration of Vesak Day, which marks the birth of the Buddha, the enlightenment, and his passing away.
The celebrants had time to engage in deep meditation, making charitable contributions, chanting mantras and dancing.
Corona, the Buddhist Culture Center Group.
The way you sleep. Talk about the way you wake up. Talk about the way you meet the first person. Body chintu. So meditate. Think deep inside before you take action.
I just come here, I talk to my Supreme Buddha, I pray, I get peace.
Amanya gange nze Sister Dorothea Nabadda. Nange nafuna akakisa n'entambula. Ekyantuusa wano kye kigambo kya meditation. Meditation najagala nnyo naye nali sigitegeeranga. Naye bwe natuuka wano n'ensomako n'abakulu be nasanga wano era ne mmatira. Era ne leero eggulo bwe bazze okugamba nti tulina omusomo wano olwaleero nsitukiddemu ne muganda wange ono naye ne mukwata ku mukono nti tugende owulire ku bino by'otuwuliranga.
And rededicating oneself to the Buddhist way of life as outlined in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path of the Buddha. The widespread custom, which has now spread to Uganda, involves hanging brightly colored lanterns almost everywhere. Now these lights and lanterns carry deep symbolism of enlightenment, of the full moon, and of the illumination offered by the Buddha's teachings. The color and the themes occupy a big part of festivities and religion, and Buddhism is no exception. The 6 vertical bands representing the 6 auras originating from Buddha after his enlightenment make up the flag of the Buddha. Color and theme occupy a big part of festivities and religion. Buddhism is no exception. The 6 vertical bands representing the 6 auras originating from the Buddha after his enlightenment make up the Buddha flag. Blue, yellow, and red, white and orange are the colors of the first 5 bands. The 6th band is a combination of all other colors that represent the pure essence or truth of the Buddha's teaching. During Vesak, the birthing of the Buddha is the most important part of the festival. During this time, water is poured over the shoulders of the Buddha as a reminder to purify their own minds from greed, hatred, and ignorance. Gifts are also taken to an altar to be offered to the Buddha. This shows respect and gratitude to the Buddha for his life and teachings. But through the people here, the relatively new religion and practice, there seems to be a simulation or spiritual awakening which connects the people to their God, the Buddha, fusing and blending the group into one united people. Giving to others is an important Buddhist tradition, and the Buddhists make a special effort to give to people in this time of Vesak.